Okay, so welcome back to SwitchCorner. Today it's our weekly breakdown of my favourite Switch deals on the eShops across the US, the UK, the EU and AU. This week we have 3 winners to announce, so not only our usual 2 $10 eShop gift cards, but thanks to Easy Trigger Games I had a copy of Hunt Down to give away too. I'll be announcing those winners as we go through this video as always, but this week to enter to win 1 or 2 $10 eShop gift cards, the question of the week is, what is your favourite Switch cover art or eShop thumbnail? I've been thinking about this one a lot this week and how much it actually influences buying decisions. I think mine, it's got to be Dragon Quest XI and its stunning hand-drawn interpretation. With that though, drop your comment below for a chance to win. Let's get this started. So as always, check the lower left of the screen to see if it's available in your region. Now normally I will say we get the majority of the games available everywhere. This week it's seriously different though, so it's mostly going to be an even split of titles and we're just going to kind of rotate between them as we go. Some insane games this week though, I will say that much, and we're kicking things off big with My Hero 1's Justice 2 coming in with 34% off. While it's still not cheap, I reviewed this over on the channel and I loved every moment of this 3D arena brawler. While it's not bringing anything new to the genre, it was a serious step up over the first entry. Just a ton of characters to choose from, controls were tight, and the story, I gotta say, it's like this decent little chapter based system combining those story moments with fights. If you are a fan of the anime and you still haven't picked this one up, it may just be the time to bite. So next up then, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, a masterpiece of a series that originated way back on the DS. This trilogy though, it's a steal with 50% off and you're looking at like probably 60 hours of gameplay easily. Here though, you'll find yourself taking on the role of Phoenix Wright through his kind of humble beginnings and first few cases to huge moments in his legal career. This one I will say there's a lot of talking, a lot of reading, but the writing is fantastic. It has a great sense of humour and you're basically going to bounce between locations you investigate. That's where you kind of build up a library of clues and information, and then you take all of this to court so you can challenge those put in front of you to just find out the truth and get justice. This one I highly urge everyone to look into it. It's held in high regard by so many and with very good reason. So next up, a recent one but a great one, Telling Lies. I reviewed this one over on the channel just a few weeks back and I can confidently say it's one of the best FMV games I've ever played. Rather than, the usual dialogue selection to push a movie forward, here you're actually an investigator of sorts as you type keywords into a search engine that will then find like moments in this huge library of videos of our cast and where they say it. The twist though, all of this video footage, it's video calls, meaning you can only see half of the conversation, and then you need to kind of try and work out what the other person was saying and then find that video if you think there's going to be something valuable in there. I've got to say this one though, an awesome cast, most notably Logan Marshall Green. He was in a stunning movie by the name of Upgrade amongst tons of others, and yeah, this is just top quality storytelling, top quality acting, and it very much gives you a lot of control in the investigation moments to work out what traumatic event links these 4 individuals. It's not the steepest discount, honestly, 20%, but you know what? It's stunning stuff that breaks the conventions of the FMV genre and absolutely nails it. Head to the review for this one if you do want to find out more. Okay, so with that, let's do our first winner. The question last week, if you could change one thing about the Switch, hardware or software, what would it be? We had a ton of awesome answers, things I never even thought about honestly, but I will say I was surprised to not see more people asking for like an achievement system or something. With that though, our first winner, Benjamin Schultz, noting the lack of a proper grip when playing handheld, but then also pointing out the NES SNES virtual consoles and let's say their lack of some of the truly noteworthy experiences. I could not agree with you more here. Drop me an email though, I'll get that code straight away across to you. But coming up in the video, we still have the giveaway for Hunt Down and another $10 eShop gift card. First though, a few more games. So next up, covering this one quickly, but Monster Hunter Generations coming in at 60% off. Well, I don't think it's the strongest entry, honestly, and I would actually take a look at God Eater 3 on the Switch personally. There's no question at this price point, it is a steal for a game that you can easily sink like well over 100 hours into. Concept-wise, it's simple, solo or with friends, get out there and hunt giant beasts. And that's really about it, but it's such an addictive formula. It's very much well loved. On the go, it's especially good, and yeah, you'll find plenty of people online to play with. I think you pretty much all know what Monster Hunter is, so let's quickly move on. So next up, my pick of the week. I do this in every single deals video. I can't recommend it because I haven't played it personally, but maybe some of you will want to join me for the ride. This is where I'm going to be spending my money. This week it's going to be on Sword Art Online Hollow Realization. It's one I've had my eyes on for a little while now, but the price was always coming in a little bit high for me. 60% off now, it's time for me to jump in. Appears to be an action RPG. There's another one called Fatal Bullet, but I hear this one's a lot better. But from what I understand, it's basically an excuse to revisit some of your favourite characters from the anime. Not sure if this will be for anyone that's not a fan of the show, honestly, but maybe worth checking out. Next up then, Slaying 2. This only actually came out a couple of weeks back, and I've spent some serious time with this, and it's for sure getting my recommendation. It's actually a sequel to a well-loved iPhone and Android game, and the jump to console, to be fair, does make absolute sense. While there's very little, shall we say, story here, the idea is basically you fight on a front and back plane and you can jump between them freely. It's very much like single screen action, but I've really enjoyed just being able to pick it up, put it down, 5-minute quick play sessions here and there. It all starts simple enough, literally you just kind of sprint into your enemies with your sword, but before you know it, you're going to be grinding out levels, tackling more intimidating waves, facing off with bosses, and then of course upgrading your weaponry. It's seriously entertaining stuff. I honestly weren't sure about it going in, but now I can't put it down. 35% too, I like that a lot.
I like it a lot.
Alright, so it's time. Thanks again to Easy Trigger Games for the hunt down code to give away for the Switch. For this, it was just simple. Tell us in the comments about the last game you picked up and if you'd recommend it to the community here. The response, though, I've got to say, was insane. Thank you all so much. The winner, though, sadly, there can only be one. It's going to Andrew Backer. Congrats, man. He let us know about Ashen, the awesome Arcane then as well, and also One Piece 3, a serious time waster with over like 100 hours of gameplay easily. Drop me an email for your code. Still got that last $10 eShop gift card coming up. This week's insane, but a couple more games first. So with that, Andrew giving away my next one, but Ashen, coming in with a sizable 40% discount. The story here, it basically surrounds the idea of a wanderer looking for a place to call home, as you're at the same time kind of like saving the light of the world from enemies out to destroy it. It's very much a Souls-like, so think action RPG where you have a stamina meter attached and you'll be finding all sorts of loot, weapons, and then of course crafting. A stunning minimalistic visual style though, tough as nails combat, a huge open world to explore, and then the soundtrack is amazing. You'll die a lot here, but if you're anything like me, you'll be excited to jump straight back into this world. As Souls-likes go as well, I gotta say, I thought it was a little expensive initially, but now it's more than worth this price of admission, and it is one of the better Souls-likes out there. So a quick one now, but I do want to give it a shout out. I reviewed it over on the channel quite some time ago, but The Way Remastered, coming in with an amazing 93% off. It's the lowest it's ever been and absolutely worth it. I wouldn't say necessarily come here for the gameplay, but more the storyline and sci-fi design. It's this incredibly engaging premise as you set out to basically attempt to bring your family back to life. It's very much taking influence then from the likes of Another World and Flashback. I gotta say, looking at it immediately, you're gonna know if this one appeals to you. I had a great time with it. I had a few issues with some lackluster animations, but look, overall, absolutely worth this insane price, and wait till you hear the soundtrack as well. What a piece of work. Now, before our last $10 eShop gift card winner and our top pick of the week, Trover Saves the Universe. And this, I'm going to put it out there now, an acquired taste for sure. It's coming in with 40% off to celebrate its 1-year anniversary. And this was actually initially a VR title that, I've got to say, for the most part has transitioned pretty well to the Switch system. What we essentially get here is a platform experience where you are physically in the world too, meaning you can see your controller, you're in this like flying seat, and not only will you be moving Trover about this world, but then also positioning yourself so you can get the kind of the best angle, the best viewpoints. While I will say it's best experienced in VR if you do have that option available to you, this is still absolutely worth a play if you like a Rick and Morty style of sense of humour, because it comes from the same people. Also, it may be colourful, but just know this one, it's not for kids. If you do have little ones running around, there is an option to censor it with bleeps, but it's definitely not intended for them. I really enjoyed this one, but if you don't like Rick and Morty, then I would say it's probably best you skip this one as well. Okay, so before my number one pick of the week, our final winner for a $10 eShop gift card, it's going to Ben Kaz, who pointed out the idea of a GameCube style Joy-Con. He also referenced a video actually by a modder who created them called Shank Mods. If you haven't seen that video, go watch it immediately. It's stunning work, and I agree, Nintendo though should just hire this dude instead. Now, thanks to everyone who commented last week. Remember to drop your comments below to enter this week's giveaway, and that question was, what's your favourite Switch physical cover art or eShop thumbnail? I think art plays a big part in our buying decisions, so I'm just curious to hear everyone's thoughts on their favourites. With that though, my last game of the week, a true masterpiece. This one, Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition. This one, it is basically a point and click adventure as you select items within the environment to interact with them. Then dialogue, a lot of it, and multiple choices. I know it's not for everyone, but this game is just an incredibly surreal experience based over 5 stunning chapters. You're going to get about 7 to 8 hours out of this one, I'd say, and I just can't think of another game that's even close to being like this one. Tons of unique characters to meet though, a mystical and just like surreal world to explore, and then the visuals and soundtrack, they truly wrap up this beautiful experience. It's a must buy from me, and one I will always suggest as a must own for any Switch owner. And that's it, another week down. Again, remember to enter your comment below for your chance to win one of the 2 $10 eShop gift cards. Congratulations again to last week's winners and also the winner Hunt Down. Thanks again to the publishers for that code, it really does mean a lot to us. But yeah, thank you also for the support you've shown the channel over the last month. The growth has been insane, the community is just getting stronger and stronger, and I could not appreciate that more. With that though, if you are new too, head to the channel, check out a few more videos, and maybe hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here. Join our growing family. See you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.